everybody, aka Real Pretty K20, and welcome back to my channel. I'm here today with another storytime video. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please be sure to subscribe and to hit the bell to notify you every time I post something new. And if you're always here but for some reason haven't subscribed yet, don't know what you're waiting for, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and to also hit the bell to notify you every time I do post something new. With that being said, today's video is going to be about a story time about my first fight. Yes, as most of you know, I wasn't born in America. I came here when I was at a young age, and my first fight in America basically is what I'm going to tell you guys about. It's actually a really funny story, but let's go. So basically when I was in like 7th grade, and I'm not gonna give names because, you know, I just don't want to put people's identity over there, and it was like old, so it's like forget about it. So basically I was like in the 7th grade, and you know how like every high school has like popular groups, and like has this one badass that, like, you know, she thinks like she's big and bad, like, you know, can fight everybody, can beat anybody, can do anything, you know, like those kids that always get sent home early, those kids that like are always suspended, always in fights, and you get the point. So this girl, like when I first came to middle school in like 7th grade, basically like I heard a lot of things about her, and everybody basically is saying how like she's big and bad. She had a lot of friends, don't get me wrong, but I felt like a lot of her friends feared her. That's why she gained so many friends. But it was just like when me coming into the school, so she did reach out to me, and she was like, oh, you're so pretty, da da da. At first she was like, oh, that we should become friends, you know, like young kids. And then I was just like, oh, you know, not knowing anybody in the school, of course, like you want to, like, you know, get to know the person, even though I heard things about her. But it's just like I like giving people the benefit of the doubt because I don't know you, and those people that are saying stuff about you may just have their experiences with you. So I was just like, sure, like, you know, I'll just give it a chance, I'll get to know her, but like not like, you know, fully be her friend or fully like tell her about myself and who I am. So long story short, we're friends, we're kicking it or whatever, you know, we're hanging out after school. We go to like that little park next to the school, and at the time the school was very close to my house. It was like, I want to say like 2 blocks away, like it was really close to my house. But so we kicking it after school, we hang out and stuff like that for like 2-3 weeks. We're like good friends, you know, not good friends, but like we're friends. Like we're hanging out when I come to school after, like during lunchtime, that's who I hang out. And because of her, I got to know so many people in the school, and she introduced me to so many people. But then after a while, there was this boy named, I'm not gonna give name, but there was this boy, right? And he had a crush on me or whatever. But mind you, y'all know my English wasn't good. Like I came here and I didn't speak English, remember? So my English wasn't good. It was a little rocky. And so I didn't even have time for no relationships. It's like I'm trying to fix my little language right here. Like, you know what I mean? And at the time that boy liked me, and she had like this huge crush on him. And I knew that because, like, you know, she told me about like who she had a crush on. She told me all these little like whatever fantasies of hers and stuff. So I was just like, oh, that's her little boo thing, you know. But he had a crush on me, and I really, honestly, I did not have a crush on him. Like I never once even thought about him or even like liking him or anything. So she, I guess, found out, you know, like rumors go like, oh my God, thinking like Cardi, you know, everybody just saying like, oh my God, you know. So the rumors goes around, you know how kids are. So imagine, like, you know. So then I guess one day she hears it, and then she's gonna put me aside, and she's like, oh, you like this boy? And I'm just like, no, like, no, I don't like him. Like, I don't like him. But I guess she didn't believe that. So ever since she found out, she's seen like the way he treat me. Like he used to treat me mad good. He used to like be nice to me. He used to want to sit next to me at lunch. When we go to like these little trips, he used to want to be like my bus partner. It was just mad stupid, but like he used to like me and stuff. And I used to do everything I can to like pull back, because aside of me, like I kind of like feared her a little bit because I didn't know her like that. But aside of, because everybody like say like she's this big badass, so I didn't know what she was capable of. So aside of me, it's just like, you know what, like I'm trying to push myself away. Like I don't like you, I don't want problems, just like back up. But like this boy wouldn't. So she started noticing the way and the affection that he started showing me and stuff, and I guess that bothered her a lot, like a lot. And so it came to a point when she was like mad mean. Like she just, I just developed this whole nother side of her that everyone was telling me about, that I tried not to listen to. And she would like make fun of me, make fun of my accent. She would turn people against me. She would make me like, when I come to like, there was this one time, it was lunchtime, I came to sit with them, and they all got up. They were like, oh, like they was just not messing with me. Like, she just turned everyone against me. And of course people are gonna follow her because she's a big bully and everyone is afraid of her. So, you know, everybody's like following her and listening to her and stuff. So I'm like, all right. So rumors started going around, like she's saying stuff about me, like talking about like, oh, my hair, it was really short time, you know, like making fun of me and like my skin color, because, you know, I'm dark and she was a little bit lighter, and majority, well, not majority of people, they was like, everyone was like, mostly was African Americans, but it was just like she started making fun of like a lot of things about me, my accent, which I was very like insecure about at the time, because when I was learning English I had a really thick accent. I still have an accent, but it was just like at the time it was really bad. So it was just like, you know, people just like picking on the little things she's saying and make things worse. So it was like a moment like of like heavy bullying for me, and I just got tired of it. So I definitely stopped hanging with her. I definitely stopped talking to her. But she didn't just stop there. Like, you would think, I'm like, okay, it's dying down a little bit. So there was this one time, we was in humanities class, and I had got up because I asked the teacher because I wanted to go use the bathroom. So I had got up to go use the bathroom. And when I went to go use the bathroom, I literally touched her. Guys, like, I literally touched her, like my shoulder literally just touched her very lightly. This girl jumped up and flew all the way to West Bubblefuck. And I was just like she got up and jumped. Like, she flew. Like, she just flew all the way to some other place. And I was just like, I didn't even touch you. And mind you, little me, I'm still like, oh, I'm sorry, like, if I really pushed you. She's like, nah, you really did that on purpose. Da, 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 da. And, you know, this is all new to me. I'm just like, why are you acting like that? Like, calm down. And then she's, like, going crazy. She's going crazy. She's talking about, like, oh, you want to fight? Why are you doing that to me? Da, 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 da. And I'm just there, like, and I was a calm little girl. I still am. Like, I was just like you doing all that for why? Like, she was like, oh, she gonna fight me. She was like, oh, that I pushed her, and the teacher, I'm not gonna hold you, all of the teachers in that school did not like that, including the principal, everybody, because, you know, she was always like cursing at teachers, yelling at teachers, getting kicked out of classes, being suspended, you know, like, everybody was just tired of her. Like, everybody was just like, all the teachers and the principals, everybody was just like, yo, I'm tired of this girl. Like, and I was just like, so then I literally, like, you know, I don't talk back really. I just, back then, like, I was just like, you know, very quiet. And so I went to go use the bathroom. I came back and I sat down. And after that class, it was lunchtime. And this girl goes around the school telling people that she's gonna fight me, and that after school she's gonna fight me, she's gonna beat me up, blah blah blah. So everybody is like coming up to me during lunchtime, like, oh, you fighting, oh, you doing this, oh, you doing that. And I'm just like very confused. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Who am I fighting? Like, I'm not fighting her. Everybody like, yes, she's saying she's gonna fight you. You have to fight her. If you don't, like, people gonna think you're like scared, da 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 da. I'm just like, what the hell? And the thing about me is that my mom always told me, like, don't put your hands on nobody first. But if somebody touch you, you better fix them. So that's the one thing. I don't ever start problems. But if you start problem with me, like, if you put your hands on me, of course I'm going to defend myself, you know. So I'm just like, I felt like people were dragging the situation. Like, people were probably just being, like, mad extra and stuff. So I kind of wanted to go talk to her. But then I was like, nah, I'm not going to talk to her. If this is real, I'm going to find out. But, like, everybody kept coming up to me like, oh, she's probably gonna take mad drugs before she fight you because she's crazy. Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh, you really better get beat up. Like, you know, everybody expecting her to beat me up. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm looking at everybody like the stupid. I'm like, you really want to fight an African? Like, we put sand in people's eyes in my country. Don't play with me. Anyways, I was just like, yo, she really want to fight me? All right. So then after lunch, I went to the principal's office and I was like, oh, can I call my mom? And she was like, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, I'll explain to you later. I just need to call my mom and talk to her real quick. She's like, okay. So then I call my mom. I'm like, hey, ma, listen, like, some girl is saying that she's going to fight me after school. And she's been bullying me. Because, like, I've been telling my mom about this girl. So she's like, I'm like, she's been bullying me. And that she want to fight me after school. And everybody's, like, you know, hyping it up. So I know that's probably going to happen. So my mom goes, you know what? If somebody touch you after school, you know what to do. And then I'm like, all right, that's a permission. So then I hang up because like I didn't want to give her no problems. I didn't want to bring any problems, and I definitely don't want to be suspended. So then I went and I also talked to the principal. So then I also went and I talked to the principal. I was like, you know, this girl want to fight me, and like I'm not gonna just sit around and not do nothing if she tries to fight me. But I'm just letting you know because I really don't want to be suspended, or you know. And like the principal, like quote unquote, literally told me like if she tries to fight you or if she touch you, you defend yourself. Like, that's how I knew that everybody was tired of her. That's how I knew the principal was tired of her. Everybody was tired of her. So I was like, all right. So then now, like, you know, I had my mom and the principal, like, defending me. So I'm like, I don't care what happens. If this girl touched me, you know, it's going down. But, like, I was scared because, like, you know, I never fought, like, really, like, here and stuff. And I was like, I didn't know what to expect because everybody was saying, like, she's crazy and stuff. Anyways, long story short, after school come, we're going home, and there's this big crowd following me outside. Like, I'm shaking. Like, I'm so nervous. Like, my anxiety is, like, on 1,000. Everybody's just, like, following me, and I'm just like, yo, what is going on, you know? And I'm just like, all right. So I'm walking, little me. And then I see her little group of friends, like the friend group that I used to be in. I see her little groups of friends, like putting batteries in her bag, talking about, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And automatically, I knew if I fought her right here, they're going to jump me. So then I pretended like, you know, like I didn't hear the crowd. So I'm walking, minding my business, and I'm walking home. And then everybody's calling me scared. Everybody's making fun of me. And everybody's just like on my back yelling. Like, imagine the whole school on your back yelling at you and calling you names and calling you, you know, like weird things. Like, it was just calling you weird things. Like, it was just so bad. And I was just like, and all of that, I think all of that made me really angry. And I was just like, all right. So I see her little friends, and I knew they were going to jump me if I fought her right there. So then I had to think real quick. And I was like, you know what, in my building, when you come in my building, like at home, like in the city, when you come in my building, like in the city, the first door doesn't lock. But there's a second door that you have to unlock to get in. And once you get in, that door shuts. Once it shuts, it locks. So then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just go in the building, and hopefully she follows me. And if she follows me, I can just like get her inside and shut the other door so that people won't come in, so that it could be a one-on-one. So I had this little scenario in my head. So I'm like, okay, so maybe that's gonna work. So I have to do that. So I told you guys my school wasn't far, and you know, like there were other schools around my my middle school. So after school, imagine it wasn't just my school; it was other schools wanting to see that fight. Like, that's OD. It was a lot of people. You know what I mean? And I was so nervous. I was so scared. And I was just like it was, I will never forget that day, honestly. So long story short, I go all the way in my building, and she's standing outside the door. Like, I got in the first door. Remember, the second door is the one that locks. So I got in the first door. I put my key on the second door. It opens. I'm holding the door open. And then she opens the first door, and she goes, oh, tomorrow when you come to school, I'm gonna beat you up. So then, you know, I'm like, why don't you beat me up now? Like, imagine little Kari. Like, I was like, oh, so why would you beat me up now? She was like, what you said? And she runs inside the building. And when she runs in, I run in too. And she got in, and I just shut that second door. And then it was like one-on-one. It was me and her. Y'all can only imagine what happened. I beat her up so bad. I gave her that ass whooping that she deserved, that she ain't never had from nobody, all right? So then people from like the building upstairs, they heard the noises. So like these guys came downstairs to like separate us, the fighting and stuff. And this girl is crying. I'm just like, everybody's like, Kari, let go, Kari, let go. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna let go. Cause like it was just so much anger in me. And I'm not even like that, I promise. Like, I'm not like that. I'm really a nice person. Like, I don't fight, none of that. Like, ever since then, I haven't had a fight. Like, you really have to push my buttons, like, to, you know. And she put her hands on me, so it's just like, I don't fight. So it's just like, you know, like, and I didn't grow up here, so you really want to fight me, like, you know. Anyways, so it was just like, she asked for it, basically. And after that, people separated us, she left, and then she was mad embarrassed. Like, she was mad embarrassed. She wouldn't leave the building, like, she was in between the doors. She wouldn't leave. So I guess she called, like, her little uncle or somebody to come pick her up, because she was so embarrassed to go home by herself. And all her friends weren't even there. Like, they were outside, like, it was just like, And I went upstairs to my room, and my family was actually upstairs, and they were like, why didn't you call us to come help you? Like, I was like, nah, I had this in the bag. Nah, it was just like crazy. Afterwards, her hair extensions were on the floor, and knowing me, I was a little heated, and once I'm heated, that's it. So I went to go get the Ziploc bag, and I put her hair extension in the Ziploc bag, and I zipped that shit up. And afterwards, the next day, I went to school, and during lunchtime, she was sitting with all of her friends and stuff, and I took the Ziploc bag with extensions, and I was like, here you go, you left your hair in my building. And I'm just like, if she wants more, I'm gonna give her more right now. If she wants some more whooping, I'm gonna give her some more whooping right now, cause like she had me up here, yo. I'm so tired of her. I was just so tired of the bullying, of everybody picking on me, of everybody saying stuff, and it was just annoying. And that's the thing with bullies. If you're somebody that's getting bullied, I don't condone fighting, but speak up and say something. Because if you never do, they're gonna keep going. They're gonna keep bothering you. Because after like I stood up for myself and I spoke to her and I told her what's good, she came to me like a week later apologizing to me herself without anybody influencing her or anything. And other people were influencing her like, oh, you should have a round two, you should have a round two. And I'm just like that's just so sad that like, you know, like it's just crazy. And she knew better than to have a round two, because she didn't want that whooping again, because she know how we felt. Other people didn't, but she knew how we felt. So she came to me and she was like, oh, I apologize for everything that happened. She was like, if we could just be friends again. Not happening. I would never be your friend again. No. Like if we was friends and we ended up fighting, we could never be friends again. Like, don't put your hands on me. We could fight and talk and stuff, but like actual fight and put hands on each other like that, we can never be friends again. I don't care. We can never be friends again. Never again. So like I be walking around like in the city and stuff. One time I bumped into her. She's like, hi, and I'm just like, I don't know you. Like, don't say hi to me. Like, no. You would have thought it was that simple. It was just like, I was so salty. And it was just like, she made my like experience so bad. And I could just never forget it, because it's just like, it's so annoying. I hate bullies, you know? So yeah, if you are that one person that does get bullied or have been bullied before or anything, or is getting bullied, you should definitely stand up and say something. Because once you do, it all gets better. Don't be scared to. But okay, that is my story time, and that is all the time that I have right now. Like I said before, if you're new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe and to hit the bell to notify you every time I do post something new. And if you have been here but you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit the bell as well to notify you, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to add me on social media, on Instagram, on Instagram and on Snapchat. I talk to my viewers and my followers there all the time, and if you have a video request, that is the best place to reach me. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching.